The Auburn Doubledays back to Falcon Park after a one-hit 5-1 loss against the Tri-City Valley Cats in the series finale last night. Claudia Belafato joined by JD Rachi. JD, after 3 tough losses for the Doubledays, they're definitely thirsty for a win. And here we are tonight, game 1 in the series against the State College Spikes. But the Spikes coming off hot after 2 wins against the best team in the league, the Lowell Spinners.
Yeah, they were really good in the series at Lasher Park. Good for them that good for the Doubledays though, that they're gonna have to travel quite a bit. It's about a 5-hour drive from Lowell to here in Auburn, so they have to travel a little bit, overnight travel, coming off a pretty high couple of wins against a really good Lowell Spinners team that has been the most dominant team in the league for really the entire season. But this is a really good State College team as well. They're right at about 500 on the season as we currently stand, so they have some extra motivation too because they're fighting for a wild card spot right now. Batavia's starting to run away with the division in the Pinckney division, so State College has a lot to fight for. They've also got a lot of really good bats. That's the big thing with this State College team, is that they can come at you, and they can come at you with a lot of really good hitting and a lot of offense. And with the way the offense has sputtered over the last couple of days for Auburn, they're going to have to get back to a kind of a spot where they can contend and go into a high-scoring ball game, because right now that's not what they can do because the hitting hasn't really been there for Auburn over the last couple of days.
The offense definitely has kept quiet for the Doubledays. Let's talk about the pitching a little bit. We saw Evan Lee start off yesterday, and then we saw an Auburn debut for Lucas Knowles, who played pretty well. Only pitched for 2 innings, but he played well.
He was awesome. 1-2-3 innings for Lucas Knowles. He was the 3rd best pitcher in all of JUCO this year in terms of ERA. Jackson Rutledge, actually former Doubleday, and the Nats' #1 overall pick. Of course, he had the best ERA in all of the NJCAA, the junior college version of the NCAA, but Lucas Knowles at Central Arizona was #3. They won a College World Series. At the JUCO level, he was really good yesterday, commanding all of his pitches, and he says that he kind of idolizes and bases his game off of Cliff Lee, who's probably going to be a future Major League Hall of Famer, and you can see a lot of Cliff Lee's game in Lucas Knowles' game. High leg kick, high back arch when he goes back into his windup. There's a lot of things that are reminiscent of Cliff Lee in Lucas Knowles, and if he can continue to develop, he's got a chance to be a really special player down the line.
And I actually got to talk with Lucas before the game about that inspiration and everything leading up to his Auburn debut yesterday. Here with Lucas Knowles, who had his Auburn debut last night. 2 innings of relief pitching, no hits, no walks. Did you have any jitters? Because you made it look pretty easy.
Oh, you know, it's just the same game that we've been playing since, you know, we were all 5 years old. A little bigger crowds and a little bigger stage now, but you know, it's just hitting spots and getting hitters out.
You finished 16 games at Central Arizona with a 1.2 ERA. What's the plan to keep up that consistency at the pro level?
Just hit the spots, let the defense do the work. We have better defenders behind us now than I did in college, or you know, the guys did in high school. And so they've all put in the work in, I've put in the work in, and so it's easy to trust your defense here, and it's just sticking to that plan and executing.
And you have something that pretty much every pitcher strives for. You have command of multiple pitches, so I'm going to give you a little scenario, okay? Are you ready? Okay. All right. 2-2 count, 2 outs, their 3-hitter is up. What pitch are you throwing, where, and why?
Is he left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Right-handed? What pitches did I throw before?
Come on, I gave you the scenario.
Okay, I'll probably throw a change-up low and away.
All right, inside the mind of Lucas Knowles. And last one, you said that Cliff Lee is kind of someone that you model your game after. What is it about his game that you said, you know, I want to make this Lucas Knowles game?
I remember watching him when I was 10 years old, and he has the confidence on the mound that you can see from a mile away. He commands every single pitch he throws, his presence. He works quickly, he can locate every pitch for a strike, and above all, he's a competitor. And that's, you know, that's all we can control, is how we carry ourselves on the mound, how hard we compete, and what pitches we put where. So he's got everything.
Lucas Knowles, looking forward to the rest of your season, and good luck to you guys tonight in Game 1 against the State College Spikes. Lucas, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Lucas Knowles not in the lineup tonight, but we do see a pretty similar lineup to what we saw yesterday. A few new guys, Carrillo and Idens, and we were talking about before how not many hits yesterday, but we did see 12 total walks, so they got on base, but unfortunately that's not what wins games.
It wasn't a total wash yesterday. They produced a lot of really good ABs, and they went long into counts. They got 30 pitches out of the starter yesterday, Manny Ramirez, for the Tri-City Valley Cats. They got guys long into counts. They forced them to go to the bullpen, It's just when you have those 12 walks, when you force the pitching staff on the other side to make mistakes, you then got to take advantage. You can't leave the bases loaded like you did in the first inning. It's just a matter of taking advantage, getting back into the swing of things for Auburn. It wasn't just a yesterday problem, only 7 total hits in the 3-game series against Tri-City, 4 in game 1, 2 in game 2, and then the 1 yesterday. But this is a team that has hit well all season. They still sit in right around the middle ranks of the New York Penn League in terms of batting average. So it's just a matter of, hey, we're working long counts, we're getting on base with walks. Let's continue to do that. Let's keep that positive, but then let's turn it even into more of a positive by also getting a couple of base knocks and really taking advantage.
And for pitching tonight, we have Tyler Dyson on the mound, who has gotten some pitches in on the road, but he has yet to play here at Falcon Park.
He's been really good on the road as well. He hasn't necessarily been the dominant stuff that we expected out of him, but he had a long year. He's coming out of Florida, a 5th-round pick for the Nationals, a top 30 prospect in the Nationals organization. He's not a guy that's going to overpower you. He's not going to come at you with 98 on the radar gun. He's not going to come at you with a hanging breaking ball that's going to just hammer through the strike zone, but he's going to locate pitches well, and that's what's so important at this level, and that's what Rocket and Franklin Bravo have been telling us all season. If they can locate pitches, if they can get ahead in counts and they can pound the strike zone, guys are going to be successful. This is a guy in Tyler Dyson that the Nationals have a lot of faith in. They think he can be really, really good come a couple of years down the line, whether that be in a long relief role or a starting role. He did both at Florida. He was dominant last year on the Cape in the Cape Cod Baseball League, the best collegiate summer league in the country, so he has the stuff, he has the ability. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together and be consistent. But again, the fatigue is starting to set in for these guys that played college ball this year. They've been playing since January, February, go, go, go. So the innings are starting to catch up to him a little bit. Now it's just a matter of putting it together and kind of having a solid outing where he doesn't get banged around in the first inning or he doesn't go and get banged around in the last inning. It's just putting together a complete outing today for Tyler Dyson. He's got the stuff to do it.
The Doubledays thirsty for a win tonight in Game 1 against the State College Spikes. Claudia Belafato joined by JD Rachi. Make sure to tune in onto fingerlakes1.com or MILB.com with JD Rachi and Jack McMullen. And don't forget to watch our post-game show today. First pitch set for 7 p.m. Thanks so much for watching, guys.